Mr. Ajit Singh, let's start at the beginning. In 2007, the UPA government merged two airlines with entirely different pay scales, work conditions, areas of operation, and as a result, they were two airlines with entirely different cultures and ways of doing things. Would you accept this was by no means an ideal merger?
See, what we are looking at now is a retrospect. At that point in time, they thought maybe there will be a lot of synergies. They'll save money on buying fuel, they'll have the same marketing force. So I don't know what the circumstances were. But looking at it now, it definitely hasn't worked out. And another reason may be that even that merger hasn't really taken place in many areas.
In fact, I'll come to this second issue about the merger not taking place.
Yes.
But let me first explore what you said at the beginning. The merger hasn't worked out. You accept that?
Yes, in retrospect, it seems like, as you pointed out, they have different pay scales, different areas of operation, different culture.
So would you also then say that the merger was a mistake?
But then if you go back, even if you look at the mergers in this area in US and other places, a lot of mergers have failed. So there may be could be many other reasons for the failure.
Quite right. Yeah. So this is one of many mergers that hasn't succeeded.
It hasn't worked out as people at that time might have thought. And of course, it's true that up to 2005, both these companies were making profit.
Quite
and
right.
Now, this year, last year, their losses would be around 9,000 crores.
Quite right. So the merger hasn't worked out. You're saying something else as well. Two companies that when they were separate were making profit. Now that they've been merged, are actually making a loss.
But the whole situation also has changed.
Quite right.
If you look across, all airline industry is in trouble.
Let's go back and try and look at the various stages where problems came up. You began by admitting that the merger hasn't worked out. You began by accepting this wasn't an ideal merger. Second,
no, I only said at that time, I don't know what the circumstances were. In retrospect, we can say that it hasn't worked out.
Quite right. In retrospect, we can say it hasn't worked out. Yes. Second, even after 5 years, the two airlines operate as separate entities under a single name. For instance, you have two sets of pilots, you have two sets of cabin crew, you even have two directors of engineering. No real effort has been made over 5 years to implement the merger.
See, what I have come to know is that about 70% of what should have happened in merger has taken place. ITs have been merged, in many areas marketing force has been merged, but that key area, different pilots, cabin crew and engineers working on these two different airlines, HR area basically, hasn't yet been merged, and that's why Justice Dharmadhikari committee was appointed.